Hello, everybody! Welcome, welcome! As you can see, we are...
Crafting our little hearts out.
Yes, we are crafting our little hearts out. And hoping to make this time limit.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. If I keep on like this, I'll do it. I can't do too many things in that amount of time, but... I can certainly do one more.
Ooh, someone dinged.
Yeah, level 27.
Hello, Dargo! I have 2 minutes to build one item.
Where's the... down at the bottom instead of the top. Woohoo! $2 million XP, I'll take it.
It's gonna be tight.
Let's see. I will wait for the expert to answer FK's question. And the expert is a little pressed for time.
I
We're
got it
doing
with
well.
a minute to spare. Ha 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 ha!
Yes. We've been up on the moon doing the stellar exploration, and they just had a red alert mission, which is a set of extra special tasks you can do.
Yeah. For free to play.
So FK is wondering how many characters can you create?
I think on the free to play you're only allowed one, but if you purchase,
One per server?
I think it's one per server. I could be wrong on that, but if you,
Yeah, I think you can have multiples, but it's one per server.
but if you purchase the game, unfortunately, you can have up to 8 per server. Now realize
Yes.
this game is actually not alt friendly.
Yeah.
Says the person with a lot of alts that I've been kind of ignoring for about an expansion plus. Oh,
Yeah. Well, on one hand, it's not alt friendly. There's things that you wish you could transfer from character to character that you can't. On the other hand, it's also designed so that you shouldn't need alts because, of course, any one character can pick up every single class there is. So, in any other MMO, generally you want to try out Bard, and you're currently a tank. Well, just go over to Gridania, pick up the class.
yes.
Or in any other, you'd have to make an alt. Here, you just go to Gridania and pick up the class.
The other thing is that once you purchase the game, you have to pay the sub fee or you get locked out. It doesn't downgrade to a free-to-play version if you have not passed the free-to-play marker.
And that's kind of annoying.
Yes, it is. I don't think they thought that one through very well.
Now go take us, before going anywhere else, go take us across the zone to near Calabash Cove.
Well, Why Calabash Cove?
Because that's where the one lock red is.
Where is Calabash Cove? Way up there. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's where one of our common quest areas is. Yeah, see if... Okay, I was going to say, see if the mount will go through.
I don't think it will. I mean, we can try.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Okay, fine. We'll see if the mount goes through.
Come on, Waffles. Let's go surfing. Come on. Stop smirking at me.
You got abandoned.
It dismounts you. Yes.
But it
On the wrong
remounts
side of the
me on
gate
the
even.
other side!
Okay. Oh, that's different.
It's not two-player
Yeah, then take-
mount friendly.
Yeah, and then take the right hand.
All the way to the top?
Just stay in the thing. Because they're all at the bases. And someone is hiding his snacking habit.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's the big iron health carrot. I think they
Yeah.
call it the iron carrot. Because it's...
Nobody will notice me here. We noticed you.
Yeah, we know.
And yeah, it's the iron carrot then. Okay, now to go into the center and see what that new quest is.
Okay, what that means is that it's one of the cheaper mounts probably. You buy that
Yeah.
and you can only assign one character to it. Those
Yeah.
are some of the really early mounts, but later on the mounts become effectively account-wide, so if you have multiple characters, they automatically get the mount if you've purchased it once.
Yeah. Yeah, there seems to be a little person with like a speech bubble or something at each one of these stations, but that was the first one I saw and probably the most hilarious.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a bit of a hubbub between people saying that this game shouldn't have a
Nice toys, you know.
shop at all. Others feel that if you don't have a shop, that the game isn't worth playing. It's use the shop according to how you feel as an individual. They have kind of hinted that they're using the shop to offset the fact that the subscription price, if the shop wasn't there, would probably go up.
Yeah. Well, in general, they've had the shop to earn money to pour back into server infrastructure. By the latest live letter, it sounds like because of the last several years, server prices, server maintenance prices, all of that has gone up on them, and they would not be able to support the infrastructure off the current subscription price. So now the store is helping with the maintenance as opposed to also helping improve the servers.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the shop, we would not have the EU data center. We would not have the Oceania data center. Because they didn't feel those markets were
Probably
big
wouldn't
enough
have
for...
as many servers in the others.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that about a year ago, they did a huge teardown and rebuild of all the servers.
Yeah.
And that is added
Yeah,
cost.
there
And of
are
course, it was
advantages.
right at the time where prices for silicon were just going through the roof.
Yeah. They needed to upgrade the servers, and of course, they needed to do it right around 2020 when all computer prices went crazy.
Yeah. Okay, Mumuko, what do you have for us? You, there, yes, you too. Have you time to spare?
About an
Plenty?
hour and a half.
Yes, I suspected much. Good thing too, or I'd be in a real pickle.
Still,
Where there
and
are
managers' patience. Where there are idle hands, Mumuko finds ways to fill them.
I suppose introductions are in order. I am Mumuko, former Charlene bureaucrat and acting project manager here at Moongate Hub. Now, assuming that efficient staffing and supplies are non-negotiable, and yes, they are, have you any idea what it takes to keep an initiative of the scale on track? The answer is
A good
micro...
eavesdrop?
No, it's micromanagement. Oh god, words you
Oh dear.
never want to hear.
No.
Someone to keep several hundred noses to the grindstone without revealing how much leeway the schedule actually has. So, in my capacity as project manager, I must ask you, why are so many of our talented specialists utterly incompetent outside of their chosen field? Our uniforms, for example. 3 people still haven't come to claim theirs, and the deadline's already come and gone. Do they even want to explore furthest reaches of space?
They just don't want to do it in bright yellow.
Lucky for them, you seem reasonable enough. You can see to it that those brilliant buffoons receive their crew uniforms. I think we can do that. 2 of them should be close by. The 3rd, however, might be caught a while he's working.
Mumuko has entrusted you with the forgotten crew uniforms and a map with which to find their owners. It appears all 3 of them are located within the Moongate Hub. Dee-dee-dee-doo. Hi, Orca.
Jobstones have their own inventory slot. Once you
Yeah,
equip
you
them,
don't need to worry about storing them.
you don't have to worry about them anymore. Just remember to assign them to your current thing or they forget.
Yeah, assign it to the outfit.
Yeah. One of the things that's really, really easy to do is that if you've been away from the game for a while and come back, the game will just kind of forget you had a stone equipped.
Uh-oh.
So you're running around as archer instead of bard at like level 80.
Yeah, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. But no, job stones, you need to make sure they're equipped like any other piece of equipment. Assign a gear set for it, and you never have to worry about it again because you will always slip back to that job stone. If you'll notice on my hub, it took a little while to set up, but this actually really helped a lot, especially since I am a jack of all trades. I've got
Just
everything
a bit.
maxed except for Blue Mage. Doesn't mean I necessarily mastered them, but I have them all maxed. And in order to take care of those jobs so that I can flip between them easily, I have them set up as a folding bar. and a hub set up so that if I switch to one, it will actually completely rearrange my bar. It will give me, because of the macro, it'll actually give me a specific title per job.
Yes.
In this case, Fate Walker for Dragoon. Or what did I have for Paladin? Yeah, Lightbringer for Paladin. I thought that was an appropriate one. And it will automatically equip the job stone along with everything else because I'm switching via the gear slots. So do take some time to fill out your gear slots. It's kind of annoying to get it set up, but once it's set up, it's fire and forget.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Doodles. Okay, let's go distribute uniforms.
And if you ever check, if you go to your armory chest, they have a specific tab for your job stones.
Yes. Which has enough for all the job stones there are.
Including the specialty stones for crafting.
Yep.
Because those can have job stones.
You can only have
too.
3 of those.
Just so you know, the little piece of paper here at the bottom means it's assigned to a gear set. So you can quickly go, oh wait, did I assign that? Oops. One thing you learn quickly about FF14, for good and for ill, is there's a lot of little nibbly systems involved in it. This can be good because they can get really in-depth. This can be bad because it's a lot of little noodly systems that you easily forget about until you need it, and then you're like,
Yeah, half the time I'm staring at a job gauge and wondering what the heck it means.
Hello, off-duty gleaner. Sorry, did you commission me for something? Because I could swear I finished my requests for the day. No, you forgot your uniform.
Forgotten crew uniform. For one reason or another, this set of unworn Cosmic Exploration Initiative attire has been left to gather dust.
Oh no! What kind of gleaner forgets to gather her own items? And to think I used to consider myself a match for my former rival, I should say. We competed to see who could bring in the finds of the highest quality, but he left old Charlian and has since become a freelancer. You know who she's talking about.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Not to be outdone, I applied to join this project, but I clearly need to get my act together before I am fit to handle more challenging assignments. Well, I suppose I'd better go put this on. Thank you for the delivery. I'm an idiot. Baka, 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 baka.
Named.
Okay, that is me.
I think so.
Do you need something from me? I'm afraid I have a great many theories that wait for proving at present. Yeah, you forgot your uniform.
Yeah. You're not nearly eye-glaringly yellowy enough.
Oh, my apologies. I had every intention of collecting this myself, but the Regoloth here is so captivating that my scientific passion took me for a time. Regoloth, you got fascinated and sidetracked by Regoloth.
Yep.
Was that down the backside of your panties? Because let me tell you,
Really?
that would suck. Like beach sand, except spiky.
Yes.
Pirate forms of life exist beyond our stars, forms hereto unconceived by all save myself. The future of science lies in xenobiology, and though the dawning of this attire, I shall take my rightful place as its vanguard. At last, I shall have proof of my thesis, and silence those naysayers at the Astronomical Society by shoving it down their throats. Oh yeah, she...
Oh dear. Shirley in academia. Lovely. Two of the brilliant buffoons have received their uniforms. To catch the third, Mumuko's map suggests you wait near the Galactic Way.
Right.
I hear there's a new item in the vending machines.
Is it coffee?
If it's the coffee machine, I hope it's not the chicken soup.
I can understand and appreciate coffee and hot chocolate being done by the same dispenser. Coffee, hot chocolate, and chicken soup are right out. Coffee,
Yes.
chocolate, chicken soup, and hot apple cider are a no-go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, bugger me if it ain't Riley and Theron.
Oh, hey there! Explode anything new lately?
Can't imagine this is quite as exciting as the Edge of the Universe, but with a name like Cosmic Exploration, I'll bet you came running, eh? Margaret sends her regards, by the by. I said to her, "You really think I'll chance upon Riley as Surnath and Theron vexed on the bloody moon? Ah, shows what I know." After the Ragnarok business, the initiative brought me in as chief propulsion systems engineer for their vessel. Came to have a look now that she's been put together. Come to think of it, what were you looking for just now?
Probably
Somebody
you.
short and not in uniform. Mumuko sent you to bring me a uniform, did she? Now that you mention it, I vaguely recall her saying something about my clothes. Well, can't say as I'm interested. Next, she'll want me to give up my tool belt too. This here beauty's soaked in my blood, sweat, and tears. I wouldn't feel at home without it. Just put on the jacket.
Spare him your theatrics, Kokoro Den Kokoro. You will wear our uniform.
Living hellfire! It's her!
Do you really think I'd allow your fluids to sully our vessel? thereby polluting the ecosystem of any star we land on. Our uniforms are imbued with purifying magics that purge any and all dangerous contaminants. You'll wear one before you so much as breathe on our galactic way. Surely the gifted engineer who solved the Aetheryte quandary can be bothered to change his clothes. Yes?
Oh, well, if it's that important. Yeah. I had a feeling one of them was going to be somebody who didn't want to wear it.
There you go.
I know it. It's too form-fitting. A man like me ain't meant to be seen like this.
Oh, come on. That's enough small talk. Now run along and conduct your inspection. The test flight is nearly upon us, and I won't be held responsible for any delays you cause.
I am Mr. Nagging, I'll tell you that. Let me get it over with.
That fool has always been too stubborn for his own good. But as you can see, his sense of duty can be used against him. You may wish to keep that in mind. Now then, I have a duty to fulfill myself. Come and see me back at the Lunar Hopopolis for your reward.
Her own uniform that she'll insist we wear.
Hello, cat dude!
Yes! We're on the moon!
Ah, rest at last.
Well earned if you ask me.
Someone's not in uniform. Forgive me for sending a storied hero like yourselves on such a trivial errand, but your assistance has been invaluable. Given that this initiative has drawn the attention of eccentrics the world over, I knew I'd need someone of your calibers to rein them in. I hope that I may call upon you two again in the future.
Yeah, sure.
She has
Oh,
a
no.
follow-up.
Like right now. A manager's persistence. Where there are more idle hands, Umuko will find even more ways to fill them.
At least she's not a full-on Karen. Tell me, do you two have more time to spare? Are we really doing this again?
Yeah.
I shall interpret that to mean you need to fast. To the matter at hand, then. Proper manager. As you've no doubt surmised, I am once again in need of your assistance. Your assistance. Oh dear. There's another troublemaker who's one for wrangling, packing away the Loppert in charge of designing our interstellar supply chain. They're around here somewhere, so when you can find them, give them this box and tell them they need to put it in the cargo's hold. They may refuse at first, but don't let that deter you. And if they should flee, and you are to chase them across the crater, the moon, to the very edge of the universe if you must.
Ah.
I don't know, that means another trip on Fortuno's teeny tiny toy boat. Teeny tiny toy boat.
I'm sure Pecking Way isn't far from here. Whatever it takes, you must see to it that they accept the box and put it in the cargo hold.
This way. And someone's getting chewed out for playing with the Max.
Yeah, that'd be the one who's in it a couple of updates ago going, whoosh, zoom!
Yep. Oh, Packing Way. Oh, I know you! Ardent supporter of Leopards Everywhere! Is there something I can do for you, sir? Yes.
Yes, you can take this. Momoko's mystery box. Momoko didn't specify what this box contains, only that it must be given to Packing Way at all costs.
Momoko wants me to put this in the cargo hold? Oh, no, no, no! Out of the question! We just can't throw any old box on board, you know? A starship's payload capacity is incredibly strict. So if it's not in the design document, there's simply no room for it. Sorry.
I was wondering about that. Packing Way has refused your delivery. You may need to hunt them down and insist to that they receive Momoko's mystery box.
Oh dear. This is going
Who
to
didn't
get
see this coming?
weird, isn't it?
Yes. The question is, will it get Hildebrandt weird? Ah, here we go.
Oh, Packing Way. You again, I see. How can I help you this time? Nope, you're still taking the box.
The same way as last time.
Weren't you listening? Our vessel is already burdened with a great deal of heavy machinery, and even then, only the necessities. Last minute edition would force me to revise all my calculations. So, if it's not on the cargo list, it's not coming aboard. No exceptions. Goodbye.
Yeah. I can't blame them. Pecking Way has evaded your delivery once more. With a little more persistence, perhaps they can be persuaded to accept Momoko's mystery box. And we've gotten the 1 hour warning.
Yes, there is maintenance tonight, so we are going to be hard clocking at 11.
Yeah,
The
one way or another.
I will say this quest chain is slightly triggering for me in the fact that I have had people dump things on me
Over here.
for projects and such and not giving
Yes.
me an option and then bitch that I failed when I told them no, I can't do this. It's happened more than once. What do you want now?
The same thing.
You will take the box.
Whether or not you put it on the ship, well, that's beyond our
How many times must I repeat myself? I can't accept that box. I won't. Oh, for the love of, quit your whining and place it in storage. If you think you can simply ignore my request, there's nowhere on this moon I won't find you, and our friend here will travel to the very edge of existence to track you down.
oh dear.
Moogle! Look, I don't even know what you're asking me to store.
And a weight would be good.
Theron or Leah, the box, if you please.
Okay, then.
This Magitech contraption is an autonomous probe developed by none other than Justa here. Its function is to seek out sources of water in hostile environments.
Could have said this from the start.
That's all well and good, but why insist on having it brought aboard? The ship's capacity for cargo has been measured down to the last ons, and so I've accounted for absolutely minimal amount of water required. The only thing you've accounted for is the death by dehydration! Yeah, that would be a Loppert thing.
Yeah.
Lopperts may not need water to survive, but those who hail from Etheris can only last a scant few days without it. What if the tank suffers a breach? What if the fire breaks out, and the water is used to extinguish it? Your piddly calculations will endanger the crew. In time of emergencies, this probe will enable them to locate a water source soon as they land. It's non-negotiable. And to be frank, Packingway, I've had to look at your cargo list. Do you honestly think we need 2 carrot cultivation stations?
I'm sure that is a bare minimum.
How dare you? Carrots are our lifeline, Momoku! Oh,
Yep.
Please. I understand they help you operate more effectively, but it's not as if you'll die without them. A single station will suffice. No, I refuse. Nothing is more essential than carrots. Nothing! Come back here, Packingway. I'm not done talking. I'm not taking no for an answer. You two head back without me, all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Well,
I'm already more involved in this than I want to be.
This is awkward, I must confess. I'm a bit nervous to be in your presence. I was a member of the First Legion, you see. Were it not for you and
Oh, wow.
yours, I might have frozen to death at Tertium. Not long after the final days were averted, word of this project reached me through Charlene Contact. Interstellar travel. Daunting project, to be sure, but I hope my skills might prove useful. Naturally, there was still reconstruction efforts of Garlemald to consider, but ultimately I decided that broadening my horizons here would better serve my home in the future. You know, not long ago, I would have scoffed at the notion of working alongside the people of Charlian. But when I came here and beheld the whole of our star for the first time, I realized how small the Empire is, how pathetic it was to fixate on something so trivial as borders between nations. Truly, there is no greater windfall than this journey into space, and I am grateful for you for affording me the chance, even if indirectly. Now then,
Our pleasure.
as Momoko appears to have matters well in hand, why don't we head back to Lunar Hopalopolis and wait for her return? Hopopopolis. That's a tongue twister and very elaborate.
Yes, it is. Justa?
And so Momoko returns. With what news, I wonder? I will note what she is wearing. I think that's a new glam suit. I
Okay,
have
then.
not seen that design before. It took some considerable arm twisting, but Packingway has agreed to store our cargo. I appreciate your efforts in chasing them down. Passionate as the Lobrits are, they don't have the firmest grasp on our biology, it seems. No, they do not.
You haven't seen Smileton.
Even our concept of time is at odds. They see each task as something that takes hundreds or thousands of years to achieve. Not to suggest that they shouldn't be in charge, of course, but without our little nudging here and there, it'll be decades before we get anywhere. For that reason, the project desperately needs the comprehensive oversight and perspective of someone from Atheros. Incidentally, I plan to join the voyage to the next star, so I hope you'll have more time to spare for me in the future. Hey, welcome aboard, Charmed. Servers?
Ah, yes.
Of course, you want to pick a server that's kind of in your data region. The reason for this
Yes.
is
Is for the ping time.
yeah, the ping time can be special sometimes.
Lag kills.
The main thing I would say is that if you want to raid, try and see if you can get on the Aether data center. If you don't want to raid, pick somewhere else, but unless you are really into RP, do not pick
Belmung.
Balmung. Balmung is where all the really hardcore RPers go. It can be special.
Hardcore in more ways than one.
Now, if you're really into it, that data center where that server is on can be awesome. If you're not into it, or you think it's kind of a little off-putting, avoid that data center like the plague.
Yeah. And FKRP is roleplay. As in, being very much in character.
And then there's ERP, which is more
Yeah.
adult in fashion.
Not safe for Wuna.
Yeah, definitely not safe for Wuna. If you want housing, for the North America data center, I believe you want to be kind of on the most recent one. Which I want to say Crystal, but I think that's European.
Yeah, the most recent one would definitely be best for things like housing. I don't know what that one would be.
I'm looking it up real quick.
Yes,
Yeah, Primal.
obviously. I heard you going tackety-tack. Primal.
And Primal is like totally open. So is Dynamis for character creation. If you can, unless you're really into RP and roleplay, try and avoid Crystal. If you really want to do a lot of the high-end rating stuff, try and go for Aether. Yeah, Primal has a lot of open stuff, so does Dynamis. I think Dynamis is the most recent one. So
It would almost have to be.
Yeah,
Because they personally didn't name it before Endwalker came out.
yes. Yeah, this is all talking about North America. I don't know what the servers are like over in Europe or Oceania. Japan gets a little weird, mostly in the fact that one of the newer data centers is actually the most congested. It's like everyone bailed onto it to try and get out of the congestion everywhere else. Though if you're an English speaker for Japan, you want to try and get on Elemental because Tonberry is kind of the English-speaking server of the JP data center.
Right.
And of course, Oceania only has one data center. It's the smallest of the groups. I hope that answered your question a little. Fortunately, once you are in a data center set, you can actually transfer between them on a temporary basis. So if you have like a friend who's over on Excalibur and you happen to be on, say, Goblin, you two can meet up and play together.
Yes. And I have to say, Doodles had a very good point a couple minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Lopperts need to be taken to Toral and introduced to tacos.
I think they have. Lopperts
I don't know,
are
I
everywhere.
haven't seen them invent the carrot taco yet.
I will say Final Fantasy XIV is extremely... it's designed to be a classic computer RPG that has MMO elements. And those MMO elements are strong. They're great on their own, don't get me wrong. But if you go into the game thinking it's going to be this open world thing and you're going to drop straight into massive groups running across the world, no. You have to go through the MSQ.
Yeah, this is very much a story-first MMO.
Exceedingly.
One of a couple. And probably the most strongly story-first.
Well, I'm kind of burnt out for the moon for now. What do you want to do?
Yeah. We have people to see down in Mamook.
Oh, true. Let's head to Mamook. As soon as I remember how to get out of here.
Yeah.
I believe, yes, you can make a character on each data center. I do warn you that it takes a little while to go through the quest to open up so you can talk and see everyone.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're just smacking the escape key left and right. Which, if you've gone through it several times, yeah, go ahead and smack the escape key.
There is that.
It depends on if you're playing free-to-play or not. I believe there is a character restriction on free-to-play, but I think it's 1 per server as opposed to 8 per server if you've actually purchased and are subscribed.
Yeah, that is what I remember. But neither one of us has ever really done the free-to-play. We got in before that really became a thing.
To be blunt, we were playing and had created these characters before the free-to-play version even existed.
Well, yes. We did do it for free. They had a couple of free weekends, and we tried it out initially on one of those.
my pocketbook. Since they removed the cap on the teleporter gil fees.
Yeah.
But then again, we're kind of teleporting in from the moon.
FK, that sounds like a great Christmas present. Yeah, we're largely worry about doing the main story, MSQ main story quest, which are all the ones with the meteor symbol, and then do side quests to taste. We go ahead and do them all, but that's our taste.
I will say, early on, once you get a class to level 10, don't be afraid to try some of the other classes, especially in the initial 1 through 50. The XP is given out in such a way that you will quickly overblow the level for the quest you are doing, so having a secondary job to kind of suck up the extra points can actually help if you want to be really efficient. If you just want to chill and enjoy the story, do the side quests. There's a lot of interesting stuff in side quests, and they also hand you certain pieces of gear that you can't get if you just follow the main quest.
Yeah. Just last week I was watching someone go through early game, and she's played it some before. She hasn't gotten all that far, I think, into just barely ARR plus, it sounds like. But she's on a different account now. She didn't say why. My guess is that she's probably like on an account through Steam now, as a guess.
Yeah, that.
But anyway, she was in the middle of basically going back and hitting a second class and catching it back up to 15, which is where her main story was, because her primary class was already in the 20s. So she was basically going, okay, I've way overblown, time to go in and start a new class.
Yeah. We are actually on Siren, it says right here. When we rolled on Siren back in the day, this was the laid-back casual server. It is now...
now it's downtown New York City.
It is downtown New York City at rush hour, because this is now considered the main raiding server.
Yes.
Take that for what you will.
Okay, for everyone, since our more long-time viewers will know some of this, we've been doing the various society quests, basically rep grinds, and sometimes we do it on air. Largely we've done it off air. We have hit the next level of rep, so we're about to be doing the next actual story bit for the Mamook.
Yep. And this is all side content. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. The only thing that is required is going through MSQ. Now, whether you actually pay attention...
There is one thing, not technically main story, that you must do.
Crystal Tower?
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of block...
Because it became too important to the plot. They make sure you do it. But that is the one technically non-main story thing you must do. They will force you into that one.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing the side quests.
Nope.
The only thing I warn you, because this is a huge game. It's got 10 years of content behind it. Actually, 12 years. It's going on 12 years of story content.
Yes!
Do not try and do it all at the same time. Do it at your own pace. But most importantly...
And if you need to take a break and do something else, The main creative director said, "Go play something else. Come back. We'll still be here."
I do warn you that the crafting system in this game is awesome. It is incredibly deep. It is way too easily to get sidetracked in it for about a year and not progress your main story.
What? Who? What? No.
As you try
that
and level
never
your
happened.
stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, feel free to get lost in side quests. There are many. Every quest has a purpose. Either they give you a little story, or they give you gear that you wouldn't get otherwise, or sometimes they give you minions. There's a couple that are
Glamour items, it's gear, but all it's there for is for looks.
Yep.
And there's a lot of that in there.
Trust me, glamour is the end game.
That and inventory management.
Says the clothes horse.
Yes. And since fishing is actually at 100 for me, I'm going to stick with mining for this.
Okay.
You do what you want, though. A Hubigo's return. Concern is writ plain on Ruvolja's face. The branch bearers have settled in nicely. Those pesky bugs are gone, and our next harvest is well on its way.
Woohoo!
Only local beasts have been encroaching upon Gokagolma recently, threatening our workers and trampling our crops.
That's no good.
We have taken immediate action, of course. I asked Gotolja if he could develop some kind of repellent, like the two of you once did for wild wyvers. I was just about to go and pick up the prototype. Since you're here, why don't you come along?
Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, people are very happy to answer questions.
This is a good community that way.
The only time you really start getting into some of the more questionable side is when you're in deep competition in the PvP, which is all done via arenas and special maps, or you're dealing with extreme savages, i.e. the really hardcore content.
Where people will kind of expect you've been around the block a couple of times already before trying it.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, they will expect that.
Yep. But if you're leveling and you definitely have a sprout little above your head, people will bend over backwards to try and help you.
And yeah, basically you do have to level from scratch. Each new class you take will start at level 1. And
not
have
necessarily.
Its own class. Well, for anything he's going to see at the beginning. I was going to get into that later. Anything he's doing right now, he's going to be starting from level 1.
This is true.
And it will have its own quest chain every 5 levels. And its own gear rewards for those, and of course its own abilities and all the rest of it. Later on, as they introduce new classes, they basically just say, okay, you'll start at the beginning of progression for the previous expansion. So, they introduce a new class in Stormblood, like Samurai, and you start at level 50, which is where Heaven, or is it 50 or 51 you actually start at?
50.
Okay, which is basically where Heavensward started the previous expansion. The earliest job you will see that happen with is the Heavensward ones.
Which start at 30.
Yes.
And that would be Dark Knight,
on them.
Astrologian,
Machinist.
and Machinist.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind that one In the original base game, A Realm Reborn, also known as ARR, it was initially set up expecting you would level 2 classes at once because of the cross-class system, which no longer exists in the game, but they've never adjusted the XP rewards or the quest payouts for it.
Yeah. And in fact, I think they've kind of adjusted things upward so you get even a little bit more XP than you used to because, you fly through the early levels even more.
Yeah. There's also a couple trick classes where if you want a healer and a magic ranged class, you go Arcanist, because then you can get both at once.
Yeah. But yeah, first of all, Charmed, don't worry about your beginning class too much because, you can switch it up later, no problem, on the same character. That said, first thing to know is what will happen is at level 30, you will come to the storyline for the class you're in that has a story quest every 5 levels will come to a climax. It will basically come to an end, and then they'll do this kind of sequel thing. Bye. Is that Boko?
That was Boko.
And we have the half-hour warning. But anyway, at level 30, they'll basically shuffle you to a new training person. And that will get you from the job. So, like, if you start as Archer, you will become Bard. If you start as Lancer, you will become Dragoon, etc. And as they was saying, once upon a time, what it used to be is that, like for me, as Archer, I had to get to level 30, and they started telling me, okay, you need to do this, and what I needed to do at that point was actually go to Ul'dah and become a pugilist, which is what becomes monk. I had to get that up to level 15, then they would let me be Bard. They got rid of that system. It was too confusing for people, just kind of lightly breezing through, and you kind of, even if you were paying attention, you kind of had to look up what your secondary class was supposed to be.
Yeah, so they got rid of that, but the XP gains are there. Also, you have what's referred to as the armory bonus. When you've leveled a class and you start a new class, the new class will get a bonus to XP in relationship to how far away the first class you leveled is. The farther away, the bigger the XP bonus, and it slowly diminishes as you get closer in your levels. So it's actually not as tedious as the thing to level a second or third job because of the armory bonus, because it's giving you a boost to catch up.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of little subtle things in there.
And
the point is the point of the game in many ways is you don't need ults. You can level everything on one character if you want.
And don't be afraid to try something, decide you don't like it, put it away, and come back at it later, and maybe you'll find it's more enjoyable. This gives you the flexibility to try new things.
And as a little bit of advice, the initial class Arcanist does split into 2 jobs, so that is one of the most flexible ways of trying out different things. And one branch goes into healing and the other one goes into magical damage dealing.
Though I do warn you, with the Arcanist, the healer is considered the toughest healer in the game.
It certainly is not the easiest. I don't know enough of the later ones to be able to say how it goes against
The
like
magic
Sage.
ranged is considered the easiest job in the game, period.
Now,
Now.
it didn't used to be.
No, it did not used to be. Yeah, you have, for early healer, you have kind of two choices. If you want to be
Yes.
healing in the first dungeon, your only choice is Conjurer. Arcanist, you have to get to level 30 before they can take Scholar, which is their heal branch.
Yeah, the initial class is considered a damage dealer, even though it does have a little bit of healing ability already. It just doesn't do it very well.
And that heal ability is very, very sad.
It's vestigial healing.
And it continues on through Summoner, and it's like, wow, this is so sad.
Yeah, I remember like you trying to help touch us up and everything in one of the deep dungeons, and you're just going, why did I even bother? It was like 5,000 HP at a point when we're in tens of thousands of hit points.
Yes, and thank you very much for the follow.
Yes.
We generally stream here Monday, Wednesday at 9:30 Pacific to 11. Friday goes from 10 to 11, and then weekends we do a little special. On Saturday is our big challenge dungeon mode for the deep dungeons, and then Sunday we actually do main story quest with our alts.
Yeah.
And you're always
And,
welcome to come in
Charmed,
and ask
don't be-
questions.
Yeah, and Charmed, don't be scared. Your two choices on healing are Conjurer, which becomes White Mage, which is the traditional Final Fantasy healing class. It's a very good one. It's a very powerful one. Or you can go Arcanist and go Summoner Scholar. And while Scholar is a tough healer in many ways, it does have an advantage which helps offset a lot of it. Both Arcanist will have you basically summon a little pet, a carbuncle. And then Summoners basically scales up into bigger, badder things. Scholar keeps the carbuncle or fairy, depending on how you set up your glamour these days, because it's all the same thing. And the thing is it will do healing automatically. So if you're just a little bit behind the cycle and everything and having trouble keeping up, it'll cover for you. If there's a lot of damage going around, it won't cover for everything, but it will help.
Yeah, I currently
And
have...
the joke at one review of the class is, ignore the green icon, you're not a healer. That's the healer.
Yeah. This is my heal pet. I've actually got it glamored to a carbuncle. It's actually supposed to be a fairy.
Yes.
You can kind of get it with the Sephron.
Hold on a moment.
There we go.
Nope. Yes. I went Scholar. Here's a proper fairy. You just
She
healed
just
me.
wants to heal everything.
Well, I went up in the hit points from going from a gathering class.
Yep, there's the fairy. Hello, Eos. Actually, you're Selene.
Selene. And yeah, they will automatically heal.
Once you,
You
FK,
have to do the heavy lifting, but it will do a lot of light lifting.
yeah. FK, to answer your question, once you hit level 50, if you go talk to the Arcanist trainer, she will actually unlock the ability. It's actually a text command in the chat box.
Yeah.
It's really kind of annoying to get to, but it's also a set and forget.
Yeah, you basically figure out what you want to do, you do it once, and there you go. And I like the fairy. I keep it as the fairy. I can't blame people for liking carbuncles. We certainly like our carbuncles.
Oh, I will admit, since Faerun is more of a carbuncle person than a fairy person, when they actually let him glam to carbuncle, it really opened Scholar up for me. Anyway, we should get back onto questing.
Yeah, let's see if we can do this in 20 minutes.
But don't be scared.
We should be able to.
Be willing to ask questions.
And they give you a nice, long, slow on-ramp to everything.
Yeah. FF14 is awesome in the fact that it will hold your hand until it doesn't, and then it, like, kicks you off and into deep water. It's like, we already taught you how to swim! Have fun!
Tolja has been of incredible help. Not only does he manufacture gardening equipment, he even fashions research tools for Engir.
Do your best!
Yes. And Leah, Faerun, now this is a pleasant surprise. You look well. I reworked the old smoke bombs into traps that issue smoke for an extended period, allowing ample time for farmers to flee if necessary. But these are only a stopgap. Able-bodied fighters patrolling the area would do a far better job for security, if you ask me. That may be so, but we can't spare any of our workers. We may have to try recruiting Mamul Jah who moved to Tuliala like me. Since you've got a knack for convincing people, I'd like you to join me. My first stop will be Exaltation, so stop by when you have a moment.
Will do.
Off he goes. He's always been earnest, that one. It's just a matter of conveying his thoughts coherently to others.
Yeah, well, that's true of a lot of people. Let's see, which way are we going? Oh, we're going to Tuliolal!
Yes!
Dur, 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 dur.
He wasn't kidding.
But
the rendering engine is so much better now.
Oh god, yeah. With going into Dawn Trail, they've been actually working on it for a while. They updated their rendering engine for multiple lights and for a higher fidelity of textures. It's really
longer
subtle. Longer draw distance. They also changed how weather effects work.
Mm.
And it really
just
does
look out
make a
across
difference
those treetops.
if you know what you're looking for. And a lot of this was because this is the same engine as FF16.
Yes.
So they took a lot of the things they learned in FF16 and brought it over to 14. Not everything, because let's be honest, this has to run on multiple systems.
Yeah. But, of course, part of the reason why there's so much headroom to be able to improve things is this was originally able to run on a PlayStation 3.
Yeah. With duct tape and chewing gum.
Yeah. It don't work. It don't run on a PlayStation 3 no more.
But I still think the rumor of it coming to the Switch 2 is kind of amusing.
Yes.
And it's now on Xbox, which I think is awesome. Well, I would have loved for it to happen sooner. Apparently, there was almost 5 years worth of going back and forth with Xbox
With
to try and make
Microsoft,
it
yeah.
happen, and Microsoft insisting on like separate servers and stuff, and the development team was like, no. Convivial.
Convivial.
Okay.
Convivial.
Okay, I can believe that.
I'm relieved to see you hale and whole. You said you were returning to Mamook. I didn't know what to think. Ah, you're here. I was just catching up with an old friend. In fact, he was kind enough to direct me to Muriel Jaw, fellow expatriate from Mamook. Normally, Muriel Jaw works as a bodyguard, but as luck would have it, he's relaxing by Downripple tonight. Let's go and find him.
And Downripple is...
Muriel Jaw should be somewhere near Downripple. Take care of Ruval Jaw, won't you?
Will do. It's actually up this way.
Yeah, Downripple is up.
Okay, if you say so. He's gotten to be such a good artist.
Ah, yes. That's so good. Yeah, here we go. This is Muriel Jaw, one of the finest fighters I know. I hope you'll hear us out. Well, well, aren't I popular today?
No, we're just following this guy around.
Wait, I know you. You're the Dawn Servant's right-hand people. Even you, Muriel Jaw? I had no idea these two were such celebrities. Celebrity doesn't begin to describe it. At least, not among us mercenary types. To become fighters like them, recognized by the vow of resolve herself, is a dream for no few of us. So, to what do I owe this honor? Ruval Jaw, I thought you'd gone back to Mamook. I have, and I want you to return with me. Don't take this the wrong way, but even if Mamook has changed, I still prefer the freedom of Tuliolol to that dismal forest. Besides which, you can eat here. Truly eat. The jewel just doesn't compare to what the city can offer. But that's the whole point! We have more vegetables than ever, and we're still planning to add more. We're talking about Mamook, yes? Aren't we? We have here is a failure to communicate.
Did you mention the gainery?
Oh, that's right. He doesn't know yet. Let me explain.
Got ahead of yourself, didn't ya?
Just a bit. Like I said. Wow, color me impressed. A Mamook that not only grows something other than a jewel, but works with outsiders to do so. Exactly. We need to protect what we've worked so hard to build. Won't you help us? Fine. Since you're this invested, I'll go and give it a look. But if I'm forced to eat even a single Najul, I'm out of there. Ha! Fair enough. Golgolma is a sight to behold, though. You won't regret this.
Yeah, if
Of
I
course,
had
we're
to
talking
eat,
about the Zap bananas.
yeah, if I had to eat Zap bananas every day, I would have issues. Oops, wrong way.
I was wondering.
Dur, 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 dur. The time is getting short. We might want to afford it.
Yeah.
Just FYI, we are racing the server because it is going down in 10 minutes.
They will pull the big knife switch and everything will disappear.
Effectively, they're doing maintenance for 7.31 patch.
Mm-hmm. Which will give us more to do.
Yes.
Yep, there's the 10-minute warning. At least this is a rest area.
Yes, it is.
Even if I don't relish the idea of snacking on Zap Bananas until Wednesday.
The problem with Zap Bananas is its own thing is there is some minerals in there that are a little highly concentrated that you don't want to eat every day.
Some of our crops are still young, but to have this much variety thriving so vigorously, it's a wellspring of hope. By the gods, there isn't a Najul in sight! Now I understand your excitement. This is an unprecedented achievement for Mamook. Isn't it? We need to shore up our defenses, and that's where you come in. What do your eyes see that mine don't? A weak fence, for starters. You have supplies and tools to reinforce them, I hope. The tools I'll take care of, and Rayleigh and Theron are as good as gatherers you'll find. Any supplies we need, they'll procure.
Actually, Charmed, because of the server going down, just a second.
Yeah, you'll lose access to.
I'm trying to remember the benchmark.
Oh yeah, the benchmarker.
Our recommendation is to
Yeah, you can
use
design a character in that.
the official benchmarker to design a character. Make sure the character is one of the original races, i.e. don't try and use the Hrothgar or the Viera.
Hrothgar. Yeah.
Because those won't be available to a free-to-play player, but all the other races are. You can
And you can basically save off the design, and then the main game will be able to see that.
Because one of the things that will happen is as soon as you hit finish on the character creation, it will dump you straight into cinematic, and if that gets broken because of the maintenance, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't want you to miss it, because that cinematic sets up a lot of the tone and the lore for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And
It's a
they
thing.
don't give you an option to say, okay, I'm done, but I'm not ready to log in. No, it just dumps you straight in. Bam!
You can avoid it, but it's a trick.
But with the benchmarker, you can take your time making the character you want, and you can save off files so you can make multiples to see what you like.
Yeah.
Of course, this is assuming you're on PC.
Also true.
Unfortunately, it is not available if you're PlayStation or Xbox currently. I'm not sure if it'll work on Mac or not. They do have a Mac install head.
Oops.
Oops.
Yeah, when does the maintenance end? At this point, I think we're finishing this on Wednesday.
Knowing them, it's probably 3 a.m.
So 4 hours from now.
Yeah.
Whatever your local time is, 4 hours from the upcoming hour is when everything should turn back on.
Hey, at least you're learning this now before you hit the button. You're partially through the cinematic and the servers go down.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that would be bad.
I believe there is a way to save even in the main system during character creation, but I don't remember what it was because I haven't touched it in for ages.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, like I said, I know you can because I've got and have had characters that I've, finished everything on, but the next time I hit them, that's when I hit the opening cinematic. So I know you can do it, I just don't remember how. Because it's been 5, 7, 10 years.
Yeah.
Poof, another 100 gray furs. Get me out of here.
Quick, Mamil Jaw, what are you saying?
Speaking of getting out of here. I think we're, at this point, we are at T-4.
I'm still in dialogue.
Probably finish this up. I know, but we can escape.
No, escape will forward you.
Oh, and I'd have you bring us some soft limestone for the new barriers. You should be able to find some around Ankle Deep.
Then I'll have you bring us an anklefish. Its bones are
sturdy and good for making barriers.
That's right. We're in 2 different job classes.
Yes.
You should fish them up around Ankle Deep
We'll
using golden stonefly nymphs. Man, they have just the biggest consortium on the golden stonefly nymphs.
Yes. They'll appraise Anger of our plan. Once you have the supplies, you can deliver them directly to her. We're counting on you. Yeah, count on us on Wednesday. Sorry. Let's go find some place to sit.
Yeah, I think we're spending the night in Mamuk.
Yes, we are. Yes, hi, Fiery Boy. Wow, we're getting all these new people showing up just as the servers go down for maintenance.
I know.
Timing is all about timing.
Hello, Lanilja. Oh. I guess we're having tea with our friend here, Hemilja.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow. We do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's getting off
because of
maintenance.
Yes, yeah.
It's the one thing I miss from some of the other games where they would try and do updates so that maintenance was only 15 minutes, not in 14. Maintenance can easily go for 24 hours depending on what they're doing, but part of the reason behind that is they're doing hard checks of every server to make sure it works across all the different platforms.
And speaking of such things, we might want to at least log out to main menu.
Yeah.
We're under a minute.
The world is going
by the schedule, it should take 4 hours.
Yeah, they're scheduling about 3 a.m. is when it'll come up. 3 a.m. Pacific.
Yes. And it's 11 our time, so 4 hours.
But there we go. We will be back on Wednesday to finish with the Mamul job.
And then go through the second walk again and die over and over again.
And then maybe the first walk, unless we get unlucky, and then we'll be doing the second walk over and over and over again.
Something like that. But yeah, we will be back here on Wednesday at 9:30 Pacific.
Let's see who's rateable. Or at least who I got as rateable.
No charmed. The various races and such don't really have any mechanical effects.
They used to.
Other
They
than
don't
hats.
anymore. Yeah, there is a big thing about hats with Viera and Hrothgar, but you only need to worry about those if you've actually purchased the current expansion.
Blue seas, clear
And even
skies,
so, all the mechanics
boundless
that
possibilities.
that affects is looks. Whether or not you can see them has nothing to do with stats.
I dare say our destination
Yeah,
will soon be
when the
in
game initially came out, there were actually stat differences between everything. They've since gotten rid of that as the game has gone on, partially because, leave it to people were min-maxing what race they were doing for the hardcore content. Because,
You know it.
yeah. With that said, we will call it for the evening. Thank you all very much for coming along. Again, we will be back on Wednesday.
There's no cause for panic.
Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and good luck getting your character together, Termed. Hope to see you in game.
This one might make for a
Yes.
worthy opponent.
Okay, we're off air. No
Okay.
raid tonight.
Not switch over to ferrets.
Nah. But that's 2 new
We
follows.
didn't get a lot done, but that result, yeah. But that was a lot of good explanation for people. Yeah, suddenly we're becoming found.
Trust me, I would totally raid Bob Ross if they